throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. Always on the catch is those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments when you just go back in that backyard as a kid and close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
So first down from the 41. Williams on the play action. Right side hauled in by Komet. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Swift on second down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Big strike here to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. DJ Moore, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears 7, Chiefs 0.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. It's Bashard Smith now with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Pacheco again. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Well, his game is off to one heck of a great start and bringing his offense along with him. Across midfield after that run, and now all eyes on that offense, focused on the end zone.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at first down here. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First red zone opportunity now for the Chiefs. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Minshew. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Minshew. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Bucker with the extra point. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Josh Blackwell to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Stepping up, and he's going to run. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. And as a catch for Luther Burden. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Bears decide to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Williams from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Defense sent them packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Got a man, it's Colston Loveland. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. He's going for it himself. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Santos' kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. 1st and 10, Minshew. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's Minshew. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a small gain up to the 38. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short. Here's Minshew. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage. at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He tucks it and takes off. He gained 15 there. And that's a Chiefs first down.
15 more yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Throwing on first is Minshew. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Minshew. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Minshew going to hit the turf safely here with enough to get his guys a fresh set of downs.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Chiefs have it and hopefully have some points too, ready to salvage their title hopes. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a toss, left side to Pacheco. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Back to throw, Minshew. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
The score, Chiefs 14, Bears 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Things going well so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Here come the Bears, back out on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Williams to throw. He set up the screen here to Swift. And And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down, they need 7. Now to throw. Odunze's got it right side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
First down, Bears.
We've set it downs from 37. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
To throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Desperation time here on 4th. It's on target to Moore. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
First down.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. Makes the catch. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
17. Chiefs, 14.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Mejio with the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Chiefs take
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
29-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. Minshew on first down. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Marquise Brown.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
Brings up second
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense is set. This is second and 2. From the shotgun, Minshew. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
First down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Now Minshew. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Bears 17. Harrison Butker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. And for the 4th time in 7 seasons, the NFL belongs to Kansas City. The Chiefs dynasty claims another Super Bowl. Well, if you thought last year's loss to the Eagles was going to spell the end of the Chiefs' run of success, you obviously haven't been paying attention to this team. Any time that they have faced a setback the last decade, Brock, they've only come back stronger and return once again to the top of the NFL.
You just kind of run out of adjectives at times, right? Remarkable, resilient, tough. But more than anything, they're champions. And they have done it in a way, in a manner, in this day and age, that very few have ever done it.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to